everyone. Have you ever had one of those days? You know, those days where you're just done. You've had it with people, you feel overwhelmed, you got rejected by your crush, you got yelled at by your parents, your car won't start, and you get home and the Wi-Fi is out. You look to God and just think, where are you? What did I do to deserve this? You know, when I was in my second year of college, I had a plan to transfer to Biola University in LA. You know, I wanted to do youth ministry, and I knew that that's what God wanted me to do. I felt called to youth ministry. I thought that this was the school God wanted me to go to, and then I found out that it wasn't going to work out financially. I just didn't have the money to go. I was devastated. I thought this was what God wanted, but it wasn't happening. I remember going to the beach late one night and sitting in the sand and asking God what was going on. Where are you? If you've been following along in our church's Year of Wisdom reading, today's reading is from Psalm 13. You know, this story from college kind of came to my mind when I was reading in Psalms today. And you see, David was crying out to God. He said, "How long, O Lord? Will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me?" I can imagine David was overwhelmed. He was tired and frustrated with God. But what's interesting is by the end of the psalm, in verse 5, his attitude kind of changes. He says, "But I have trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation." He switches from complaining to God to having trust in him. You know, there are times when we will be overwhelmed by life, whether it's relationships or school or life decisions. There will be times where we feel like God is distant. And it's in those times when it's hard to trust God that we need to choose to trust God. Like David, we need to remember who God is. He is a God who loves us. He will never leave us. He has a plan for us. It's not in God's character to just leave us alone. You see, God sent his son Jesus to earth to die for us. This is an act of love that we can't even imagine. And it's because of his big, amazing love for us that we can choose to put our trust in him. And I'm confident that when we do, we will see him do amazing things in our lives, not because we deserve it, but because he loves us.